I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at villageXchange@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. A child shall lead them to buy our merch. Godflesh, Christbait Rising live at Roadburn 2011.
This is the winner of the A99 poll titled All Things Industrial. Genre guidelines for this poll were anything industrial or industrial related styles. It could be industrial, EBM, dark wave, industrial rock, industrial metal, etc.
Would you say the lyrics are very short?
Look.
Godflesh, Christbait Rising. This should be interesting. Let's do it. That was Godflesh, Christbait. Okay.
Rising.
I'm going to tell you guys, I'm pretty disappointed about this song.
Oh, why?
Because they named it Christbait. So I was like, oh, this is going to be really provocative. So I was like, I wonder what angle this Christbait Rising. I was like, wow, that is such a provocative title. I was preparing myself for some blasphemy, but I didn't know what was gonna happen, and then I'm like, it's 4 or 5 lines. I'm not really getting. I just felt like that title was so boss. That was such a crazy title, and I'm like, call it something else then, man.
Yeah,
if you're only gonna do 4 lines. Yeah. All right. All right, go ahead.
So the style, like that industrial style, like if I worked like a piecework job, you know, where you just had to do like, you know,
oh,
like
piecework, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like maybe all the caps for the toothpaste are coming by, and you gotta pull out the ones that are messed up.
Yeah.
I would want to do like, okay, like our first hour is gonna be this, like say you have your 8 hours. Industrial would definitely be part of the lineup. Like, because I feel like it's that kind of like, you know, when you're in that like kind of drone, you know what I mean? Because it kind of sounds
assembly
very
line
similar.
type of thing. Yeah.
And it has like that sort of chaos sound to it. But then, and like the sound of his voice, and I don't know, like I felt like it all kind of worked together to make up.
Yeah,
like, definitely industrial.
Once I got over the lyrics, I was able to just like appreciate the song for what it was at that point. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a dun, 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 which is very interesting because Kel said something to the effect of, they remind me of early Soundgarden, which is very interesting. But I actually, like on the peripheral, with my third eye, I can see kind of, I can see that. It obviously very repetitive, but if you listen closely, you'll be able to hear some layers underneath it and some other things he's doing with the guitar. But I feel like you have to be kind of like a super user or a guitarist to appreciate that kind of stuff. Whereas I think a lot of other people would just hear it and just go, "Oh, it's just this repetitive droning on and on and on again."
Well, no, I do hear the droning on and on, but I do hear the individual sounds. And when I hear music like this, I think like okay, so my father used power tools a lot, and I remember thinking you could use that sound. You know, some of the ways that.
What do you mean for music?
Yeah, like some of the.
Oh,
ways,
really? You were thinking that way when you were a kid?
Like, yeah, well, because he was working on our house for like forever. It felt like when we were kids, so we'd be in bed listening to power tools, and so you could imagine different sounds going in between those. And my father's very like, he's probably OCD as well. So like nothing sounds chaotic when my father's doing it. It's not like
it's very orderly.
It's very so he's going on his own beat, you know. So yeah, I think that so when I hear this, I think okay, if I was like in like one of those places where there was like industrial stuff going on, there's different machines going off and all these different things, like you could see how. I bet that's where, I don't know where factory. And they go, do something with this.
The most popular, the band that's usually credited with it usually isn't, but Ministry was a early.
Yes, we're here.
Like industrial type band.
I'm sorry, can you say that again? What did you say?
If you can connect the rhythms and textures of industrial to the feel of like a hot sterile factory, that really gets at the essence of the genre. Yeah. I think that's about right.
Yeah, and it's very easy to do that.
Although I don't really get that vibe with 9 Inch Nails, and 9 Inch Nails is supposed to be an industrial band.
Oh, yeah.
Marilyn Manson had, you know, when I now that I've listened to because I listened to the Antichrist Superstar record, now that, you know, we're in the channel, was there some industrial in Marilyn Manson's Antichrist Superstar? I mean, he's kind of poppy now, but... Hey, Marie Austin in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, okay, so don't hold me back. This is my own hell. Christbait, Slugbait, rise and bring you down. Christbait rising in your own mind. Christbait rising, bleed dry mankind. That's still saying something.
I don't know what it's saying.
Well, what I took from it initially was the person's trying to rescue him from something, and he's saying, "Don't hold me back. This is my own hell." So in that context, Christbait would be that he would be the Christbait because people were trying to save him, basically.
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
he's saying that he's basically a slug.
Oh.
So he's not worth. He's not worth saving, and if you try to save him, it's just going to bring you down, rise and bring you down. So that's what I got from the lyrics. Was basically that's what was going on.
Oh wow. Okay. Christbait Rising in your own mind, and then bleed dry mankind. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So like
in other words, you think that you're going to be helping me and things are getting better, but it's only in your own head. And in the end, it's going to bleed all mankind.
Yeah, I'm just anybody
that
runs into me, I'm just gonna bleed him dry.
Oh my god!
You know what I'm saying? Is probably has some sort of drug addiction issue or whatever. But you know,
wow.
those people tend to
awareness.
attract people with savior complexes. You know, you want to save them, that type of thing. And you know, to be honest with you, I don't know what is the right personality type or psych profile for a person that supports those folks. Like I know personally, I can't do it. Like I know personally,
because you've done it you did it.
We didn't really do it. When I say people that work, I'm talking about like the teen challenge, the people that are burying people once a month type of situation.
Yeah.
The people that are like getting the. I mean, we interface with people when they're in crisis, and then we sent them to rehab or whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the people that actually do the rehabbing and all that, like
no, I changed my mind.
That is a completely
we were talking about
different
two
skill
different
set.
things. I was talking about somebody that drags somebody down rather than allowing that person to actually help them.
Oh.
I've seen you do that, but as far as I think that would be terrible for you. Really, really terrible.
Yeah,
I think I could do it easier than you could do it.
Yeah, you could. You can't save everybody, you know. But you know, I came to the conclusion I can't save anybody, and that's different. That's a completely different paradigm shift.
Yikes!
But once I got that understanding, you would think that it was bad news. It was the best news of my life.
Liberating, probably.
It's very, very liberating because now, like, you know,
yeah,
I'm in paradise right now, and I don't feel like this itch to go out and, you know, if I see something on the news, I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's, you know, but I don't need to be there.
Yeah, it's so funny because before, like, anytime
the Beatles discovered Christianity.
No.
I want to wear that. I love doing it. Hey, like everything is the Beatles is everything to this guy. The Beatles discovered Christianity. Listen, as soon as I saw Yoko Ono's little bum, I immediately thought of Dwayne. I said, "There's no way you can recover from this." Okay, I'm not sure I can follow John Lennon when he clearly doesn't make very good choices. Number one, allowing that picture to be taken and shown to the public.
Why would they do that?
How could you? I mean, if
the contrast,
she had a rump like yours.
Stop, babe.
But I mean, anyway, back to our regular scheduled program. More Lennon when they have their they're never gonna let that one go.
Never.
I love it.
Yoko Ono is more than her bum. For sure.
All right, what do you get the song? It's a 5 for me.
Okay, so when it started, it was like a 9.2. It did feel like it dragged on, like, for a long time. And then I felt like I was one of the piece workers.
Peace workers?
The peace workers that have to pick the stuff off the thing.
Oh.
Do you call it something else from where you
No.
come from?
Well, no, I've never. We just called it slavery.
She's a babe.
I mean, I guess you could say the cotton thing is piecework to a degree. We just call that slavery. All right, rate your song.
7.3.
La ilaha illallah. John and Yoko discovered nudity. Yeah, I bet they did. I'm pretty sure if Adam and Eve saw that, they'd be like, y'all need to cover up immediately. Cover up right now. All right.
I'm glad they found each other. You know, they were both on the opposite ends of that spectrum.
We are not even. Well, we don't know if John was on the opposite ends of the spectrum because it's all relative.
His bum was in there.
Yeah, it's all relative, though.
I don't
You see
think
what I'm
so.
saying? We don't know. Maybe his bum was flat. Maybe his bum was flat. But then when
that crack went up way too high.
When you compare it to Yoko, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Somebody did that and thought it was a good idea.
Well, we're talking about it, so it was.
That's a very...
Honestly, my memory is really bad, but that's burned there.
Next song on the way, dear listener. Vin out.
Press start with BJ and K.
Say goodbye to the people. Go.